Hey everyone, what's up? My name is DPR Ian, and I'm super excited for this interview. Thank you.
韓國唱作人 DPR Ian 日前嚟到香港參加戶外音樂會，同香港嘅 Dreamers 見面。今集 K1 韓語就帶嚟 DPR Ian 嘅獨家專訪，一齊嚟了解下呢位性感帥氣、才華洋溢嘅藝術家啦。
So this is our first time performing in Hong Kong. I think we've always wanted to perform in Hong Kong, and we're super excited. Honestly, in the beginning, we didn't know how many Dreamers, that's what we call our fans. We didn't know how many supporters we would have in Hong Kong, but we were just so speechless when we saw the crowd, cheering, and I think that gave us like a very big relief, and at the same time it excited us even more. And we were like, wow, I remember me and Live, we were looking at each other and we were like, wow, we didn't know we had that many supporters in Hong Kong. So it's such a blessing, so grateful. Well, first of all, just going on stage already, the sound of the fans, I think that was quite memorable. And there was like signs that people were holding. And I think one of the signs said, DPR Ian, you helped me or saved me in my most darkest times. I was like, wow, my music touches the people even here in Hong Kong. And that's kind of what I wanted, so very memorable. And then there was like other quotes that said, can I be your cat? Can I be your dog? And I said, yes, maybe. I think for me, when I was growing up, I loved everything that had to do with art. So I loved expressing, and I went to a lot of musicals, a lot of shows as a kid, and I was greatly inspired by just everything, production in general. As I was getting older, I've always wanted to create something that can equally give that type of experience to somebody that I felt when I was younger. And for me, it started off with dancing because it was a form of expression. And then I fell deeply in love with music because that's also another, form of expression. And then I think after that, it kind of just one thing led to another. And I kind of see it like this. For me, I like to see what I'm doing as a big painting. So you have a big canvas, and in order for you to make this big painting, you need paint. So for me, dance is paint, music is paint, video is paint. So it's just a tool for me to get out my medium for a bigger picture, So I think for me, it wasn't really about, do I want to become a director, or do I want to become a musician even now, or do I want to become a dancer? It was more, I need these tools for me to make a bigger picture. So maybe I'll be acting one day, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I like a lot of the videos, but for me, Barbie music video, Hold Up, was quite memorable because that was my first ever, I'd say, big project, That was the first time I really honed in on working with a bigger team. So the team that made up that music video was about 30 people plus. It was the first time I was working with a bigger production on a bigger scale, and I think at that period of time, no one really did like a party scene like that. And I think that kind of pioneered a new form of a party scene for people in Korea. And all I did was, I remember when I got the song, I was in the club actually. I got the song and they were like, hey, do you want to do this music video for Barbie's Hold Up? And I remember I put on my earphones and I was listening to the song, and what was happening in front of me was perfect for the song. So I just used that directly, enhanced it a little bit, and it became one of my most favorite videos ever, It was a lot of fun. A lot of the times, things don't go to plan, So a lot of times, and I'm sure some people may know this, things don't always work out, so you have to always improvise, you know. And a lot of the times, the shots that we used are one of the best shots actually. If I was to say, like for example, there's a scene in DPR Live's song called Playlist, and in that music video at the end, there's a samba bossa nova type of scene where he puts the umbrella up. So that scene wasn't planned. We just decided to do it on the day of, and it quickly became, I think, one of everyone's favorite scenes. So there's a lot of moments where we aren't expecting it to be in the reel, but it somehow becomes the best shot. Yeah, so I mean, I have a lot of tattoos on my arms. For me, tattoos are kind of like scars. You know, it kind of is more of a journal. So you know how people write journals as diary entries and they talk about what happened on that day. For me, each tattoo kind of represents that. So for example, this tattoo right here, I got this in Peru. Yeah, so this tattoo, I got it in Peru in the middle of the jungle, Inca jungle, the Amazon forest. And it was done by hand poking. And for me, it was, if I see this, I am immediately teleported to that jungle. So it reminds me, I remember what I was wearing. I was half naked, I wasn't wearing anything. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I remember what I was doing, how I was feeling. So for me, it's like a time machine. I guess that's a good word to put it. Tattoos are more like a time machine to me. When I see it, I like to jump back into what those moments were, good or bad. Yeah. Yes, actually, Hong Kong was actually one of the first places I ever visited outside of Australia. And I remember I came here for the first time when I was in high school, actually, with my mum. You know, so it was a very special trip to me. It was the first time I got to experience a different place outside of Australia, you know. I had just really good memories about Hong Kong, especially the food, you know. I've always liked the beef noodles that you have with the egg noodles. It's my favorite, and I because you guys have the roast goose, right? Yeah, because I love roast duck, but something about the roast goose in Hong Kong is just, I don't know, I love it. Because actually one of my best mates, one of my best friends is from Hong Kong. Yeah. So he always took me to a lot of places in Australia to eat a lot of the food, like the wonton noodles and stuff like that. So it was really good. So currently we're expanding the DPR universe, and there's just so much we're planning. Obviously new albums, new projects, new storylines for our universe to continue. And obviously we're starting to expand with a new team now, and we're super excited about that. So, I mean, this year alone we have so many shows and festivals, I mean, Hong Kong included. So I feel like we're just starting to really open our doors to the world now. You know, we just did Coachella, so it just feels like we're on an extremely good high right now, and we're just kind of going into this. Yeah, it's just a lot of things. I don't even know where to start, but I'm sure our dreamers, our supporters, they can look forward to something really incredible. Yeah. Well, to all our Hong Kong fans and dreamers and supporters, I want to say thank you so much. We felt your love extremely well through the last show, and I promise you guys we'll definitely be back. So hang on tight and look forward to new things coming your way. Thank you.